Well, Robert Skews, you're Managing Director of Turama Pacific Travel Group. We had a chat before SPT about your expectations for the event, and I know you were involved in the early days of the formation or promoting to get this event to happen. We're here, it's live, it's happening. We're at the beginning of day 2. So, what do you think of it?
Oh, it's been great. I've had a real good talk to a lot of people who have come here, and they're really happy that this has happened, and I think it's a great thing for SPTO, and I just hope that they take it further. I'd like to see them run the show next year, perhaps attached to ATE in Melbourne. But that decision has to be made, but we need to start planning now for the next one, because next time there's going to be a lot more people wanting to be here after this, from both sides. The suppliers that have come here think it's fabulous that they can see a lot of people they would not get the opportunity to see, and find out about new products. So it's all very well having individual events in the islands, but getting everybody collectively, for people that are coming from so far away, just makes so much sense.
Look, I think you're spot on, and like any bit of marketing or any product, okay, you're only as good as the last meal you served and so on, and so the questions that will be asked post this event to everybody was it any good? And you just said, from your perspective, it's been fantastic, which is great news. Now, in terms of some of your colleagues here in the Pacific, some of the smaller nations, and also your colleagues in terms of tourism from the Cook Islands as well, one of the best accolades for any event, if you like, or any marketing product, is recommendation. So you're pretty confident that people go away from here saying this is a great event and they'll want to come back, and more people will attend next year.
I think from both sides, the colleagues from overseas will go back and say how good it was, the people they saw here, and certainly the people from the islands will go away, and I think we'll see more people wanting to be here. The event itself, like if we were to compare it with the old BFTE, probably cost us half as much, because one, we didn't have to travel so far, and secondly, it's not so outlandish, but not so involved in terms of functions and things like that. It's a business event, and it's stuck to the core business. It has worked.
Look, and I think you're right. I mean, bringing your roll-ups and your things that you can stick on a booth. I was with Visit Britain many years ago, and we got down to having a table and 2 seats either side. That was business.
Well, Unite Pacific's like that. It's great, and it's practical, and that's what I want, and I think that's what the wholesalers want. They don't need the fancy setup of a room mock-up or whatever that a lot of people go to,
or a Blu-ray off the beach and stuff like that. Okay. So your message is very clear in terms of Cook Islands. Cook Islands needs to be more involved in the event, or they are involved, but more properties involved, and more of the smaller nations as well getting seriously involved in the event, and that will attract more buyers from all over the world as well.
Oh, it is, and it's the small people that help. I mean, too many of the big NTOs get so focused on themselves and zeroing in on themselves. They don't realise that in a lot of these markets, it's the uniqueness and the differentiation of the whole Pacific that sells it. And it's not just, if we attract somebody here because of Tuvalu or Wallace and Fortuna or whatever, it's the Pacific, and we all have a spin-off from that. And I've always had that philosophy in my business that, even if they don't come through me, it's helping our destination. And whether our destination, in my case, is the Cook Islands or the South Pacific, it all has a flow-on effect.
And that's a very philanthropic approach from your perspective, but you're spot on, because the more coffee shops on the street and the more people selling coffee, or the more restaurants in an area, it becomes a restaurant area. So the more business that's being generated for the Pacific, the more spin-off there'll be for everybody. Do you think there's scope, for example, though, in terms of around this event, having post tours to specific countries that maybe some of these operators haven't been to?
I think they'll do that at any rate if they wish to. I mean, a lot of them this time are tired. They're at the end of ATE, a Gap, and then Trend, or the Fiji show, and then Trends, and now us. So I think you possibly pushed the barrow a little bit too much there. The key for this to me is you've got Trends and you've got ATA, 2 very strong shows for the long haul markets. That's what we need to zero in on and capitalise capitalise on for the Pacific.
So Robert's message is this is a business event, it's to do business and to capitalise on the fact lots of these buyers are down here in this part of the world in any case, lever off the other events happening, but get more product into this event.
Yeah, and we are the Pacific. We're not, you know, we've got some pretty unique stuff out there amongst all our nations, and yeah, so as pulling power, I think it's there. We just have to set it up and it'll work.
Robert Skews, thank you for your time today.
You're welcome. Thank you.